Hi, friends. It's me. It's Morgan in Marina Del Rey. We do have Spike here. Can you guys see Spike right down there next to all my unpacked boxes? Um, so I wanted to jump in here for a few minutes today. Before I start with my next project. So I'm in the middle of these Insight Timer beta trainings where I'm getting people started on Insight Timer, and I need to film some videos on how to record a meditation. All the stuff you should definitely buy, microphones and stuff, and all the stuff like how to edit it, how to make it good enough that you'll get thousands of listens on Insight Timer. That's what I'm helping people do right now. So if you're interested in that, you should shoot me a DM or leave a comment if you know you want to make a passive income stream teaching yoga and meditation online. Definitely leave a comment if you want to make that money. I just want to remind you guys, like, I checked out the live yogas this morning on Insight Timer, and there were like 300 people in a class at like 7 a.m. on Wednesday. How amazing would it be to stand up in front of people at 7 a.m. on a Wednesday, teach them an amazing yoga class, gain like tons of new followers, get new people for your email list, all with this super easy funnel, and then make money off of people donating to you. People were donating throughout class. Um, so if you want more information on that, go ahead and leave a comment. But I really wanted to come on here to talk to you guys about hashtags because I've had a few of you join, and I promised you a hashtag video, and then I was looking through my videos and I was like, I don't think I have a hashtag video. I think this is something I did for one of my trainings that I never actually posted publicly. So I wanted to give you guys this super quick rundown on a task that I do once a year, my hashtag strategy specifically for Instagram. Hashtag strategy for, Facebook, non-existent. Nobody searches for hashtags. Hashtags for Insight Timer, very important. You want to get to know the most popular ones that are going to get your aligned clients. Twitter, of course, super relevant. But most people are curious about how to do it for Instagram. So you want to use 30 hashtags. I come up with a list of 27 that I reuse pretty much for almost every post. Shadow banning isn't really a thing anymore. It was for a minute, it's not anymore. So you can always post the same hashtags and not be afraid that like suddenly you're not going to show up on people's feeds. There's another problem if you're not showing up on people's feeds. So I'll have it saved in my phone in a note where I have, okay, so I lied a little bit. Here are 3 different batches of hashtags that I use for my account. This is the one I use the most often, 99% of the time. Sometimes I'll post a meditation, so I'll combine the yoga and the meditation. And sometimes I post my podcast, so I put like my debt story stuff on there. You want a third of your hashtags to have like over 500,000 other photos on there. The likelihood of getting on there is pretty slim just because there's so much content feeding in. But if you do get one that hits, it can explode. Suddenly you've got like 50,000 views on one photo. You want a third of your hashtags to be between like 50 and 100,000 photos on there. And then you want a third of your hashtags to be like under 5,000 photos so that you can dominate those smaller, really niche specific hashtags. So I'll give you an example. One of my giant hashtags that I use that has hit a few times is let me bring it up here. Yogis of Instagram. I've gotten featured on there a few times. So if I click on that hashtag, you'll see this has 3.6 million posts, right? So you want to look for posts that are similar to the photos that you post. I'm a yoga teacher, so I post photos. That side angle is really effective coming in, the profile photo. And then to get listed on the page, you see it's all kind of similar photos for the most part. So you'd want to kind of mirror what's going on here. For one of the smaller hashtags, like for example, yoga teacher inspiration has 13.5K posts. And once again, you'd want to kind of mirror what's happening here, but you have a little bit more flexibility because it's not quite such a saturated market. And the goal here is to get on this page. The scroll down, like barely anyone scrolls down. That doesn't really make that big of a difference. The goal is to get onto that first screen page, just like the goal in SEO is to get onto the first page of Google. Okay, and then for the teeny tiny ones, Yoga Teacher Mentor has less than 1,000 posts. I used to dominate this one. It might be different now because I haven't been posting very much. Yeah. So here's a picture. There's a picture of me. There's a picture of me. That's a picture. That's not a picture of me. That's a picture of me. So I've got a ton of posts in here for anyone who's, looking for hashtag yoga teacher mentor. That's a very specific niche. No bot is really going to end up here, right? It's just going to be people who are like either selling to yoga teacher mentors, which doesn't happen that often, or they need a yoga teacher mentor. So, yeah, I have a ton of pictures on here. So, these are long-term strategies in terms of where you put your time and effort. There's a reason I only do this once a year. It takes a while to kind of like get into Instagram's system and to kind of learn what works and what doesn't. I used to spend time like checking once a week to see if I would pop up on any of the hashtags, but I found that was just a waste of time. So all I do is look at my insights once a month. And if there's like one post that has like, 13,000 views on it when I normally get like 5,000, then I'll post more of that stuff, right? That's kind of what the research is here, is what should you be doing more of in order to get more people into your orbit while keeping your message on point about what you're offering and what you're trying to sell on Instagram. Instagram is becoming pretty much like Facebook's trying to turn it into Etsy. They want people to be really comfortable spending money there. They don't care so much about content beyond content that keeps people on there, like Reels, super addictive. Oh my gosh, you guys, let me tell you how I spent last night. 3 hours. 3 hours I flipped through chiropractic adjustment Reels on Instagram. I watched people getting their necks and their backs and their ankles and all of their joints cracked for 3 hours straight, just like mindlessly, like just watching it go. So satisfying, so relaxing, such a huge waste of time. But it's that's the kind of content that I'm interested in, so it's going to keep me coming back for more. I can't wait to see what my feed brings up for me and all my Facebook ads now that I've spent 3 hours with that kind of content. So in terms of your industry niche, you need to look for other profiles and steal their hashtags. Look through the hashtags of the accounts that you want to emulate, the accounts that seem to be doing really well, making sales, doing similar work that you do, whether it's, crafts, products, food, photography, videography, coaching, mentorship. Anything that you're doing, someone else is doing it on Instagram, someone else has done it really well. Go look and see who's done it really well and steal their hashtags. Remember, a third, like, a lot, like over 500,000, a third between like, over 50,000, and then a third under a 50,000. With the idea of, right, we're not trying to get the biggest audience, we're trying to get your audience, the dream audience, right? And you're not for everyone, because if you were for everyone, that would be too much, all right? You're not Oprah, right? No, there's only one of her. Is there anyone who's like anti-Oprah? There might be out there. I don't know if I've ever heard of anyone who's like, man, I do not want my life to be like Oprah's. Okay, so that's my super quick hashtag strategy. These are the kind of tips that I give you guys in the Splendid Money Mastermind, which is my small group coaching program. We started this week with this really powerful invocation ceremony. Thank you to those of you who joined us. And then next week we'll be doing the spot coaching. So it's not too late to set up. I'm doing ongoing enrollment. It's a 3-month commitment to start, and then it goes month to month after that. If you're curious about it, if you think it's appropriate for you, let's have a chat. Let's get on the Zoomies together, and I can tell you if I think it's appropriate for you. And if you think it's appropriate for you, but you're like, yeah, I can't afford it, talk to me. The calls are free. The discovery calls are totally complimentary, and I will teach you how to afford it. If you know this is the right program for you, I will teach you how to afford it. Okay, that's part of the process. So I'm more interested in getting people who are like, if you're ready. I don't want money to be a reason that you do or don't do something. That's kind of the whole point of this group. We want to do the things that our heart needs for us to do, regardless of how much it costs And that's what I teach you how to do. So thanks for joining us. If you're listening or if you're watching this on the replay, do a little hashtag replay so more people can see it, because this is, for people who are on Instagram trying to make sales, this is how you do it. Again, long term. This is long term growth. This is something you're going to see results from most likely in 6 to 12 months. So don't spend too much time on it.